Hello, beautiful family. Happy Portal Day. It is 4/4/22, and I'm here with Teresa Collins from the Global Coherence Pulse and the Islands of Coherence. Hi, Teresa.
Hello, Anastar. So nice to be with you today on this Portal Day. I just want to say I so appreciate that you've made this commitment with your team to, like, every month kind of look at the energy of the numbers. It's like such an important part of us just kind of understanding the cycles. And so I so appreciate that you're doing this and that you invited me to come and play on this one.
Yes, wonderful. We're so happy to have you. So what Teresa's speaking to is it's a double-digit day, right? So it's 4/4/22. And the number 4 is the builder. It's the builder of things that last. And we're not just talking about buildings and roads and institutions. We're talking about our spiritual development. What is our capacities? What are our abilities that we're developing in our life? And the number 4/4 is all about change and shifting. And 4/4/4, when you add the 4 and the 4 and the 2/2, that's an angelic number that mentions that it's all about big changes coming. And to know that we have support, that if we keep following our hearts and our intuition, we can get through the sticky parts. And I know some of us have been feeling that this week. Teresa, do you have anything to speak to about that?
Well, you were just sharing with me before we came on about, the solar flares and all these things that we've been experiencing. Sometimes they kind of disrupt us from kind of staying in our centers as we're moving through this process. If we're in a time of big change, right, we need to actually be able to stay centered so we can ride the change in a good way. And so, yeah, like having these days where we can stop and reflect. And I was just reading all the wonderful things you wrote about the 4s, right? It's an angelic number. So that means today we get to open to and maybe a softer, more grace-filled energy. Angelic to me means grace, right? So maybe today we can open to allowing more grace in. And if it signifies that we're ending a phase and we're beginning a new phase, and that it's kind of like one that's for ourselves and others. So today we can notice what's falling away and maybe notice what's emerging and just love it all, right? And then when you said the 4 is a builder, but we're in big change, it really makes me think about, I think right now when you're in a time of big change, you want to build to learn, not build to last, right? We need to be adaptive. And since this equals a 12, the things that do endure are the fundamental patterns of how the universe creates healthy living systems. And the 12 reflects that. So it feels like today is the day to like just tune in to ourselves and to the earth and to the changes that are occurring. And doing it from this very open space to let the grace of it all in a little bit more. Maybe that'll help us relax when those challenging moments come, like call in the grace today.
Yes.
Let's fill up on that session.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Yeah, there is a lot of interference in the field, and how do we do that? One of the things I did last night was I actually pulled a card from the Isis Oracle deck, and it talked about the pyramid of light and how you can call on the light within you to transmute the interference and begin to have a more clear channel for what's coming through. And so all of us are holding a piece of co-creating our new earth. We're going through that birth portal, and birth can be messy. It can be painful. It can be very difficult and challenging. But if we keep our eye on the prize, our visions will be realized, and we can truly begin to create communities and network together to ultimately bring about the next phase, the next chapter of our new earth, where everyone can thrive. There's enough abundance for everyone. Mama Gaia is here to provide. And if we honor her, love her, respect her, and work with her in harmony, then we can truly build the things, learn how to build the things that will last. And so today you mentioned also is a 12. So if you add all the numbers up, it's a 12, and 12 is the number of cosmic order. And so we can remember that there is a divine plan, that there is cosmic order to the breakdown of the system to build anew. And so that is a beautiful reminder today. Teresa, I would love to hear a little bit more about what it is and who you are in the world, so we can introduce you as one of our speakers for our mastermind later today at 4 p.m.
Yeah, well, definitely come this afternoon. Like, I think this door we're opening here, right, is like, this is the kind of conversation that we're going to have. And you've got a couple other guests, and you can share about them. But it feels like I'll reflect on something you said around this being the builder. And again, I think we need to interpret these words in a new way. Because if we're talking about cosmic order and we're talking about a change from one state to another, I don't think we're the builders in the way that we've been the builders before. I think that there's this invitation as we go in to connect more with the natural patterns of how life builds generative, healthy life, and that we're going to become the instruments to support that building, right? So I just think that there's this, sometimes we say it as if it's our role to build this new thing. And I think that it's our role to be the vessel through which this new thing is building itself, right? So I just like that's the energy. And so come tonight, this afternoon at 4 o'clock, right? 4 at 4. And we're just going to have a conversation where we can keep bringing the energy of this moment right now in our process, right? Springtime, if you're in the northern hemisphere, and fall if you're in this southern hemisphere. Like, we're always holding the space for each other in these cycles, and that we just use today to just drop in and be more mindful. And that relates to my work. I'm the co-founder of the Global Coherence Pulse. I believe that cultivating greater coherence in the heart of our everyday lives is one of the most essential things that we could be doing on the planet right now. I believe that with my heart and soul. So, of course, what I'm doing is that. And we also have a member community called the Islands of Coherence Network, where it's like a safe harbor for people that are actually really going for it. Like, in for all life, like, we're going to be in the practice, because I'll tell you, we need to have places where we can really focus our attention and the time we're spending consuming content on stuff that really is aligned, like you said, passionate intent, unconflicted behavior. And we need to be in communities, frequencies of communities that match what we're choosing to help us, stabilize, get resilient, and be able to not get tossed around by, solar flares and crazy things happening in the world. So anyway, come today at 4 and let's play a little bit. And if it starts off the way you started us off prior to going live today, which was in a moment of kind of centering. If we start there, it's magic where we can go. So come today.
Yes. And Teresa, I'm so grateful for the work that you do in the world. Honestly, when I met you and through the Heart Math Institute and the Heart Lock-In technique and all the things that really assist us in coming into coherence, not just individually, but collectively. And I honor you and thank you for everything that you do. Yeah.
It's my absolute joy. Like, when you do the thing that you think is the most essential thing to do in the world, and by doing it, it supports you to actually like live it. Like, there we go.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah. So the mastermind later today, as we said, is at 4 p.m. Pacific time. You can find out the link below in the comments, and we're going to pop that up for you here. And once you go to the Eventbrite page, you'll see the flyer at the top, the graphic at the top with our other speakers as well, Daniel Mangina, Dream with Dan. He's an abundance coach and a podcaster, as well as Michelle Anderson from the Awakening Code radio show and Disclosure Fest. Love them both. And so we're going to have a potent, powerful conversation. So we'd love for you to join us. You just click the green ticket button. We love to call them portal passes. And it's a donation-based event. So you can leave as little as $1 or up to the sky, as much as you want. Our suggested donation is $22.22. And that does help support our nonprofit, Transdimensional Illumination, where we are co-creating multidimensional experiences for our awakening. And then once you hit that register button, you'll receive an email with the login information for the Zoom. It is a 90-minute sacred container, so it ends at 5:30. And then once we complete the recording, those of you who are on the call, we're going to open it up for some comments and some Q&A before we close our container. So you get a little special golden nuggets at the end and be able to share in the frequency and put your voice into the cauldron as we are co-creating our new bEARTH together. So join us for Cosmic Order later today. Teresa, thank you so much for being here and initiating this frequency.
Have a beautiful day, everyone. See you at 4 o'clock. Come join us.
Yeah. Happy Portal Day. May it be blessed.
Thank you. Lots of grace.